Hello and welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal and to the Turkish GP qualifying review. And wow, Lance Stroll claimed a shock F1 pole with Lewis Hamilton only starting 6th following a thrilling wet qualifying session. He was on pole for the first time of course in F1, but Lewis Hamilton evened in 6th. With teammate Bottas in 9th, he is on course to win his 7th world title tomorrow. But moving back onto Lance, who claimed a totally out of the blue first F1 pole for Racing Point, a pulsating wet Turkish GP session in which Mercedes were never in contention. Stroll, the 22-year-old Canadian, in his 75th F1 race, seized pole from Red Bull's Max Verstappen, and Racing Point teammate Sergio Perez with a brilliant final lap at the end of an elongated qualifying session in treacherous conditions. Stroll faced a pro-session investigation, however, by stewards for allegedly failing to slow for yellow flags at the end of Q3, but no further action was taken. Verstappen had led every practice and qualifying session up to the shootout, but lost crucial momentum when the conditions allowed for intermediate tyres rather than full wet tyres. On faster intermediates, Perez and Stroll took control in the pole fight. The latter ended a defeat of Verstappen to the front row by 0.3 seconds. Mercedes were well off the pace on either tyre on an uncharacteristically tired weekend so far on F1's return to Istanbul. Hamilton will start 6th with Bottas 9th. World champions had claimed every pole up to Saturday in F1 2020, but already struggled for grip and tyre temperatures on Friday in the dry, before lapping an incredible 4 seconds off the leading pace in Saturday's fight for pole. But Hamilton is still in a strong position to clinch his 7th world title on Sunday. Bottas must outscore him by at least 8 points, but starts 3 points behind his Mercedes teammate. Alex Albon took 4th in the second Red Bull, while Daniel Ricciardo 5th for Renault. Alfa Romeo enjoyed their best Saturday of a difficult season, with both Kimi Räikkönen 8th and Giovinazzi 10th starring to make Q3 for the first time this season. But Ferrari promising pace gave to fresh disappointment, with Sebastian Vettel 12th and Charles Leclerc 14th knocked out in the second stage after lapping 4 seconds off the pace. McLaren suffered a costly double Q2 elimination, with constructors rivals Racing Point and Renault making it into Q3. The opening session was red flagged after 11 minutes after numerous spins for drivers amid worsening rain, which had been falling intermittently through Saturday. After a 40-minute delay to the action, Haas driver Romain Grosjean then caused a second brief red flag when the session resumed after breaching his car in a gravel. Williams' Nicholas Latifi span off the circuit at the end of Q1. Shocked, admitted Stroll in the intermittent aftermath of the biggest qualifying surprise in F1 of not just this Mercedes-dominated season, but for many years. The Canadian had previously qualified in F1's front row in the wet for Williams at Monza in 2017, and Saturday's result was no less impressive. We didn't look too competitive in the final practice, but I'm so happy right now. I really put the lap together at the end. I only had one lap still on the Inters. I had the confidence in the car. I just nailed pretty much every corner, pieced it together nicely, and such a nice way to bounce back after a tough few weeks. Stroll has not scored points since finishing 3rd in the Italian Grand Prix at the start of September and missed last month's IFL GP due to illness. He later tested positive for COVID-19 and struggled for form on his return at Portimao and Imola. With lake track improvements, this brought right into Racing Point's hands, and they were able to switch to the intermediates and take away what appeared a shoe-in pole for Max Verstappen after he topped Q1 and Q2, but 2 seconds apart, and his final lap at the start of Q3 was 4 seconds faster than anyone else. But Perez, starting the final phase on the shallower intermediates, lap faster and forced Red Bull to put all Verstappen into the pits for a change of tyres. Already in Q1, when we tried to go out on the Inters, we had no grits of Verstappen. The track was a lot better in Q3, but for us the intermediates were horrible. The extreme tyres were good and was very comfortable. Not good, he said. Before we go, let's run through the final classifications. Lance Stroll, what a job from him, and could you imagine if he held on to the race win tomorrow? Just incredible, but it won't be easy with Verstappen behind him. He'll be disappointed. Perez in 3rd, did a decent enough job. Alex Albon 2 seconds behind his teammate, but a much better starting place, so I think it'll be mixed. Ricciardo 5th. I think we'll be really happy to out-qualify Ocon, because Ocon definitely looked the stronger throughout the weekend. Hamilton will be bitterly disappointed, as will Bottas, but 2 Alphas will be extremely happy. Just seemed like the McLarens and the Ferrari didn't have the place, neither did the AlphaTauris. They were nowhere today, and it didn't seem like the wet conditions made any difference for the likes of Kevin Magnussen and Romain Grosjean and the Williams. So yeah, a bit of a shame for them. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for F1 news, and subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.